Hello lovelies, welcome back. My name is Tehja and today is day 12 of 14 days of a Teezy Valentine, and today we are going to be making this rose highlighter that Lancome made, but we gonna do it the budget version, okay? You will need different highlighters and pigments that you want to use for your highlighter. I usually use pigments and loose highlighters and also broken highlighters. Like you always see me using my Jeffree Star one because it always breaks. You will also need a container to put your rose in. I'm using this glass terrarium container that's used for mostly like jewelry and stuff like that. You will need an artificial rose. You need another container, like a plastic container or something, to mix your highlighters in or to put your highlighters in order to apply it to the rose. You will also need something to mix your highlighters with. If you are using more than one, I'm using my handy dandy chopstick. You will need a makeup brush to apply the highlighter to the rose. And last but not least, you will need a makeup setting spray. I'm using this one from Milani and I think it's like $6 to $8. You know, you don't have to use anything expensive. So I'm taking my highlighters in my plastic container and I'm pretty much going to scoop, different amounts of highlighter into the plastic container and mix them all together. You pretty much want to make this loose highlighter concoction that you can apply to the rose in order to make your rose highlighter. So, just grabbing the different highlighters and just adding small amounts, and then you can build over time. I suggest just using like a little bit. Like I actually used too much, so I had to like pour it onto my rose, but just use like a little bit of each highlighter if you're using more than one, and then you can always like remix them to make more later if you do need more. So now I'm going to mix up all of the highlighters together until they all incorporate and become one color. So we are going to now grab our rose and we're just going to separate the rose from the stem. I usually just pull it off and it usually works. So now we're going to apply our highlighter petal by petal. So we're just going to pretty much start at one petal and grab our makeup setting spray and spray that petal. And then we're going to apply the highlighter with the makeup brush. And I pretty much just streak it on, just putting it on until the petal is completely covered. And then I just literally move on petal by petal and do it. I don't do all of the petals because when you get to the top it gets tighter and so it's harder to reach the petals, but I do as much as I can. So we're just going to spray, highlight, and repeat for the entire rose. Also in the process, some highlighter is bound to come off the petals because you're moving and touching the petals and all that stuff. So it does come off, but you just touch it up like I did. I just touched it up and towards the end when I know I'm not gonna like be messing with the flower as much. And now I'm pretty much finishing up, so I'm just putting a little bit of highlighter on the outside of the rose. I wanted some of the red to show through still, just because I think that contrast of gold and red would be really, really pretty. So I didn't want it to completely cover the rose. So this is what my rose looks like. It's looking super duper pretty. It's looking real cute. So, I have a whole bunch of highlighter left over, so I'm just trying to find ways and places to put it because it was a lot of highlighter. So now this is what my final rose is looking like. She's looking all pretty. She's all gold and metallic. It's gorgeous. So now what I'm doing is taking some scissors and just cutting off like the extra stem and the extra leaves that are left on the rose, just so I don't see any green poking through when I actually put the rose in the terrarium. So now I'm taking my terrarium and I plugged my hot glue gun in. And what we're going to do is take our hot glue gun and put like a small dot of glue in the middle and in the center of the terrarium. So I'm just carefully placing the rose into the terrarium or into the container, and I'm just going to hold it for about like 10 seconds. Like, I was really impatient and I just wanted it to stick, but you should probably hold it for about 10 seconds at least. Now you can leave your rose highlighter like that, even if you had extra highlighter left, but like I needed somewhere to put the highlighter. So what I did is that I sprayed the rose with some more setting spray, and I'm pretty much sprinkling the leftover highlighter all around the rose, just wherever it can fit. I'm just sprinkling it on, trying to dump all of it into the rose and into the terrarium. So this is my final highlighter. She's looking pretty. She looks fabulous on my vanity, and I'm just so happy that I made her. So this concludes day 12 of 14 days of a Teezy Valentine. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. And also please watch the other videos of 14 days of a Teezy Valentine and all of that good stuff. So please love yourself, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah!